Hey everybody, welcome back to the House of Grey Rabbit. I am your host, as always, Grey Rabbit 80, and with me once again is Prime Time.
How y'all doing?
And that means that it's time for another bad movie. And let me tell you something, like, it's really interesting doing this type of experiment when I can actually say that, like, I really don't expect what you bring to the table. Like, I know you don't expect what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting to see what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
So what is this week's experiment?
The Killing Shrews.
It's the Killer Shrews.
The Killer Shrews.
Killer Shrews. Close. But
No cigar.
no cigar. So, once again, we will now go and watch the movie, and in a moment we will be back with our review of the Killer Shrews. It was bad.
Yes, it was.
Not as bad.
No, but...
I mean, it was not as bad as Mark of the Astro Zombies.
No.
This movie falls in that area of where it's like, it's hard to explain why someone did it.
Yeah.
But it's not so bad that you can't explain the movie.
Yeah.
So, like, we have this group of people that's stuck on an island, which really it's their own fault they're stuck on the island.
Yeah, because there's a hurricane.
Right. Well, the fact is that the hurricane is like plot armor.
Yeah.
Like, the hurricane just means they have to spend the night there.
Yeah.
Because in the morning the hurricane's gone, right?
Yeah.
But, so there's a group of people on this island, and a ship captain comes to them, and, like, basically...
Bring them supplies.
Bring them supplies. And these people are working on these genetically altered rats. Thus, the Killer Shrews, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, that's it. Really, they have to spend the night, and then they have to get back to the boat. And
Without getting killed by giant
rats.
rats.
Which are actually dogs.
Yeah.
Just-
Close up, they're dogs. Well, far away they're dogs, but close up they actually show them as rats. Yeah.
And they look like shaved dogs that they've either put hair on with, like, glue, or they're dogs that have mange real bad.
Yeah.
Like,
And really bad teeth.
yeah, really, really bad teeth. And apparently their bite is poisonous.
Yes.
And apparently that is because of the way these biologists or geneticists have been, like...
Tampering with,
yeah.
mixing with poisons.
I don't know.
I guess it's trying to get rid of them, and they just...
The whole point of the movie, I think, is overpopulation, because they like to say that a lot. And our main hero takes rain checks way too much in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
He drinks a lot, smokes a lot.
He doesn't drink as much as one of the
other guy?
scientists. Yeah, the other guy he just freaking...
Oh, yeah, he was drunk like halfway through like, everything and stuff.
He was jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I mean, it would be decent, like, if it was, like, I think if I saw this in, like, a drive-in or something like this, I would understand. Watching it at home, just, it kind of loses something.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, it was okay. Like I said, it was better than last week's.
Well, watching paint dry would be better than Astro Zombies.
That's true.
I could literally watch grass grow, and it would be better than last week's experiment.
That's a good point.
Once again, it's not that this one's bad. It's just that it
was kind of boring.
It was very, very boring. And it was times when it was like, I wanted to check, make sure you were still awake, and then I was like, well,
I'll admit, I fell asleep.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes.
I know, I got up and got a snack like 3 times. Like,
I dozed off.
I had a phone call in the middle of it, and yeah.
It's okay, though.
So,
because you didn't miss much.
Well, you didn't miss much either, you know.
No.
You didn't take a little nap there, but
no, I didn't miss much either.
When it comes down to it, Killer Shrews, it just falls in there that bad. And what's sad is, like, I've seen this movie a million times. Like, I've watched this movie. I own this film alongside the giant heel monster.
Yeah,
and I remember
it was part of the MST3K.
Oh, and there's a person in it that has my last name.
Yes, he's a producer or director or something.
He's something high up there, but his last name's the same as mine. And it was like second screen on the credits blew me away. I was actually kind of shocked. Yeah. But at the same time, okay, let's get down to just brass tacks. Giant rats that are actually dogs movie What's your rating?
I'll give it a 4. I mean, it's,
Primetime just gave a rating that wasn't negative.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just was boring. That's the problem.
It was very, very boring. I'm going to give it a 3
I mean,
because I want to be the really bad guy.
If it was more more entertaining, then
If it had kept you awake more, I think that was the problem. Is because there were some sleeper times in there where I was like, I'm fighting it. I'm really fighting it. And I look over and you'd still be awake, and I'd be okay. If he's awake, I can stay awake. But that is the problem.
I mean, it wasn't like horrible. Just they just needed to do more with it.
Yeah.
I
think it's I think all in all though, it's kind of a lackadaisical idea too, because the fact is just about giant rats. Like they're breeding giant rats to try to show overpopulation. That really, to me, there's a hole in the plot.
And the fact that after 24 hours that they eat each other.
Yeah, supposedly by the end of the movie, if after 24 hours there'll be no food left and they'll eat each other and then one will die of starvation, supposedly. But that to me just opens it up for a rat
And they don't
sequel.
swim.
Yes, and these are rats that don't swim, and I've never met a rat that couldn't swim.
I've never met a rat, so I mean,
Oh, well. You've obviously never met some of my ex-girlfriends.
Well, I can't say much. I was married to a rat, so.
No! That's for another video. So all in all, everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in every single week for a new stinker movie. Also,
subscribe. If you have any ideas for us to watch, just put it in the comments.
Also, if you've seen Killer Shrews, and I know somebody out there that's watching has, because I've talked with that exact person about this movie, tell us how you liked it. Tell us what you thought of the movie down below. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be seeing you.